Welcome to Applied Spirituality. Today I'm going to be talking about the work. And maybe you're using that word how I'm going to use it, and maybe you're not. When I say it, I mean the internal reorganization to address any outstanding emotions, rectify, gotta check what that word means, any erroneous beliefs about yourself, about life, and essentially clarify your ability to take in and give information, which is a big old long way to say you are coming to be your true self. And the T is for true, and the happy is because it's more fun than the not. Over here, I have a barrier of conditioning. The last two episodes of Applied Spirituality talked about what that was. And if you did or didn't see those, conditioning has several layers. You have the layer that is informed by the idea that you're a human, like time, life or death, an individual self. And then you have what you pick up from the culture. This is really tough to see. That's your water. And then you have whatever you got from your family's sort of little culture. And then you have your personal experience, whatever you picked up and discerned or deducted based on what was going on around you. And all of those layers of conditioning distort your true self, the way that your true self would give and take information. Let's talk a little bit about the work to give information. Real quick, a note about your headspace, and I've been blessed for this to be kind of my work's the work. So I've seen in a lot of heads, and what's so crazy is you don't know where your headspace is different, and you don't know where it's the same, because it's always been yours. And you likely don't know that there are other ways to think and to exchange information other than how you are. So some of the work you might do is coming to entertain that possibility. And you could do that by having conversations with people about, like, how did you interpret that? And or how do you think or handle that? And it will give you, some alternative ways to interact with your own headspace, your own interface to life. So the work you might do to share information more accurately is to notice that maybe you aren't speaking up for yourself in a relationship. Maybe there is something that's making you uncomfortable. Maybe there's a question that you have. Maybe there's a secret that you have. And that outgoing information is blocked, even though it's true for you, capital T true for you, is blocked because you have an idea that it isn't safe. So safe at a psyche level, I call it psyche safety, is real silly. Basically, we project all of these things onto other people about how or what they might think about us in a way that might make them judge us, which then confirms our innermost, deepest, most, secret most fear, or not good enough. So the work to come to share what is capital T true for you, and therefore likely best for everybody to kind of be on the same page with, which is an interesting thing to think about. And I talk a lot about in the I Am Radio broadcast series. The work could be done a bunch of different ways, but one way might be to consider, and you can go back in time if it's helpful. Sometimes it is, so I'll start with that. But I would heavily advise that if you go back in time, don't get stuck. Go there, do the thing, see the stuff, and then get in your little DeLorean and come back. So you might go back and see, wow, when I was a kid, I got in trouble for speaking directly, and so I don't. That doesn't really serve me as an adult because nobody knows what I need. Or you might notice that the people around you when you were a kid weren't speaking directly. And so I find that connecting to a pure desire is far more powerful than any kind of commitment or force you might conjure. And So far we have 2 ways to do the work to allow yourself to communicate your truth more directly. 1, allow yourself to validate why you're not. 2, explore why you might want to. 3, the work. Look where you are projecting blame for your situation on other people. Oh, I always have to do this with them. I don't like when they do that. Well, have you told them? Have you told them? Doing the work that I do for myself internally and with clients, I find that the most obvious solution is generally to say like, hey buddy, guess what? And that's usually overlooked for one idea that's here that kind of catches the communication before it goes. So far we have time travel, look why you might wanna, look where you're projecting. So essentially you're claiming powerlessness or victimhood, mostly because people don't know that you feel that way. And then another way would be, what was that just saying? Because I think I could build off that. Hold on, let me look. I know. Acknowledge that the fears you have about doing that aren't real most of the time. And even I would say, yeah, I'll stay with most of the time, because usually when you have a fear following some kind of like, let's say action, irregular action or new to you action, when you think beyond it, you're used to it, to put it kindly. It's the mind very rarely is like, hold on, let me give you a whole booklet on what amazing things might happen from you doing this scary thing you've never done before. Let me give you this list of beautiful possibilities how somebody could hear, like, no, the mind's like, look, man, you're gonna lose your job. People are gonna hate you. You'll never live in this town again. That's what the mind does. And that's its job, God bless it. It does like survival things. So in summary, we have, should I do the TikTok thing? Visit the past and validate why it might be challenging for you. Look what you might gain if you break through that barrier. What's on the other side? Where are you projecting powerlessness? What fears do you have that are unreal? And I think maybe another one that I forgot. This had been a huge work for me. I didn't even know the ways I wasn't being my true self. I thought I was supposed to say those things. I thought I was supposed to be that way. God bless me, I didn't know any better. And once you know better, it does take, like I said, a little time to get it the whole way through your body and your being, so be gentle. One of the hacks I use and I recommend to clients is have a note before you communicate that has what you really want to say.